The way you compete determines your long-term success. Hello Shaper, hope you're doing well today. In this video I want to share with you the number one trait every high achiever should have. The number one trait. I mean, I have talked about a lot of mindset, a lot of things like willingness, discipline and everything. But what I haven't talked about is one thing. It's being competitive. Having a competitive mindset. Why I haven't talked about it? Well, there are seven reasons. One of those reasons are that people misunderstand what competition is. It is like healthy competition. Healthy competition, what brings in the market is when two companies from the same branch, from the same niche, compete with each other. So they compete on prizes and stuff like that. And in fact, the niche or the people who are interested in the product can choose between those two products, and those two companies try to enhance the products and also lower the prices. This is what competition is all about, many might say. However, in my opinion, competition is not just about competing with each other. Because guess what? Apple is competitive, as far also as Microsoft. If you have seen one of those videos from Simon Sinek, I believe this is one of those videos here, you might see one nice thing which Simon Sinek was talking about. He was invited to speak in Apple, or to sit in a conversation with Apple, where they did actually their own meeting, and the same thing also with Microsoft. So what happened to Microsoft when you have sat in Microsoft and he was sitting there, and there was like, you know, I think this was when the iPod came out, and Microsoft tried to be more competitive with Apple and tried to actually beat Apple. And what they did actually in their own conversation room, in their own meeting, they are talking, 90% are talking about one thing: how to beat Apple.
90% are talking about one thing: how to beat Apple.
Do you see the focus? How to beat Apple. Everything just focused on beating Apple. Not on the product, on beating Apple. On the other side, it was the same day where Simon Sinek had another meeting also in Apple headquarters. And when he was sat there, what was Apple discussing about? They're discussing about helping, how it can develop software to helping teachers and all the students, to helping teachers and all the students to become a better version of them, to make it easier to learn, easier to use their own software, to make it more comfortable for them to learn for their own subjects. Do you see the difference? And Apple is competitive, because if it wasn't competitive, Apple won't go viral. It wouldn't have $1 trillion. It's the first company with $1 trillion. It's Apple. Why? Because they focus on helping. It's not an intrinsic focus, but an not an egocentric focus, but an ethnocentric focus. They focus on helping people. They make it more, really just design a beautiful product which makes it easier to help others. Doctors and everyone, to help them to use the software and to help them to overcome things and to make it really easy to use. Microsoft? No. How we can beat Apple? It's only thing. They're not focused on customers. They're more focused on how we can beat Apple. And this is make a really big difference of competition. Competition is not all about beating your neighbor. In first place, competition is being better than your past self.
Being better than your past self.
If you want to make it like a sportsman, right? If you want to go for like a basketball player like Michael Jordan, he was always talking about, I don't want to be better than others, but I want to be better than my yesterday self. My yesterday self. It means the biggest competitor is yourself. Is yourself. Of course, if you have some rivals, stuff like that, it might give you some encouragement. I don't want to take you. I mean, if you see it like even in things like you had Einstein and the other guy, I forget who he was, and but everyone has competitors, of course, because they have competitors. They had someone to actually go up. But the thing is, the biggest competitor is not the competitor who you want to beat. It's a competitor, it's yourself. And when you beat your yesterday self every single day, you have won. Nobody can say you have lose. Even you might lose a marathon, even you might lose a run, but when you have beaten your yesterday self, you have won. And this is how all about. Not doing really big leaps, but doing micro steps in order to improving yourself, learning from your own mistakes, from your past mistakes, from your yesterday mistakes, and apply this knowledge towards your new business. It isn't all about beating the neighbor. It is focusing on your product, on giving, not on taking. Because the more you're focusing on giving, the more you can get. In fact, Zig Ziglar has said, I believe it's this quote, when you're giving everyone what everyone wants, you get everything you want. So simple is it. So if you go for competition, don't never beat up your neighbor, beat up someone. No, this is not real competition. The real competition always inside yourself. Always inside your company. So Reshaper, where I got all the knowledge, where I got all the wisdom, all the mind tweaks, which many people don't even realize. Well, it was back then when I was sitting in Scotland after getting back to Germany. I know Germany. And Scotland, I was in the course there, and I was sitting there, and just really some kind of despair has overwhelmed me. And I make a covenant with myself, and I say one thing: when right now nothing will happen, tomorrow I will jump from the train and commit freaking suicide. So all of a sudden I have titled a personal development, everything I could now, and I've stumbled upon my coach, and my coach has helped me to overcome my own and get out of my own cave of madness and cave of abyss, cave of doom. You can call it whatever it is. However, he was the torch out of it. He has hold the torch out of it. It showed me exactly the steps how to get out of it. And this was just mind blowing. It was just mind blowing. Even he hasn't really focused on these things to get me on a coach. But the thing is, the thing that you want right now is maybe not the real thing you want. So, if you currently struggle with your business, if you currently are an entrepreneur who has really just stopped and you can't move forward or have the split place and your business just goes down. The same thing goes with people who are just starting out and want to go to the next step. You want to get the first class down. This is a place where you can go, because I currently offer one online discovery coaching session for free. Yes, for free. And during the session we do the first thing what we do. We want to discover your why, to give you the clarity, the first thing. And the second thing, I want to know if we have the synergy between each other. If not, I am not a Superman, I can't help everyone. But if you're one of those human beings who needs further help, I will offer my help, for sure. Second thing, also learn from coach, who has also introduced me to mastermind groups. And mastermind groups are most powerful thing because they give you the accountability, they give you the power because of the positivity inside of it, and they give you the knowledge because people are sharing their experience there. And if you are a human being who also want to contribute to the group, not just stealing the stuff and just running away, contribute to the group, and also check the link down below, you can enter it because it's for you, Reshaper. So Reshaper, tell me, what's the number one thing you have picked up so far? If you like it, and if you got some value from it, like it and share it with your loved ones, because I believe sharing is caring. I do upload every single day, so make sure to hit the notification bell and subscribe button. Have an awesome day, Reshaper, and do not lie to yourself and pursue your passion now.